Hey, 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 it's your girl Topnotch Fowler, and I have a very special guest on tonight. And who do we have?
We got MC, hip hop artist Don Anthony.
Don Anthony's in the building, guys. Don Anthony, who are you?
Who is Don Anthony?
Yeah.
I always find myself. This is a complicated, question because I'm a complicated. It's not. I'm not just one person, but I'm a hip hop artist. I'm an MC. I'm a creator. Um, and I'm born and raised here in PG County, Maryland. Born and raised from the Suitland side, to be exact. Um, Grew up loving music. Grew up being influenced by music my whole life. Um, and now I just want to create my mark and put my stamp on the hip hop game and try to show people what hip hop sounds like coming from the DMV area. So
Okay,
that's who I
all
am.
right, Mr. Don Anthony.
Yeah, thanks.
How long have you been in this rap game, Mr. Anthony?
Um, I've been doing music for a long time. I've been on stages since I was 11.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, since
Okay.
I was 11. It wasn't necessarily with hip hop, but it had a lot to do with music. Um, and then, fast forward, I was always into sports and stuff like that. So I was always playing basketball, football, and stuff like that. Um, and then about the time I was 17, I moved to Virginia. I moved to Stafford, Virginia, and then, met one of my neighbors. He had it taken to my voice and said that I should be in the studio with him. So met him at the bus stop. He asked me, do I want to hear his beats? And he asked me to come over to his house. Came over to his house, and so I've been creating music ever since I was 17. So
Ever since you were 17.
yeah, that's
Okay.
2007.
Okay, 2007.
Yeah, to be
Okay.
exact.
Who inspires you as a rapper or entertainer, Don Anthony?
Um, Always been a fan of music. Always been a fan of different eras and different genres of music. Like I stated, from the time I was little, I've always been around my grandparents and just sitting in the basement of my grandparents' home, watching the Cowboys whip up on the Commanders. And I'm
Okay.
sorry, my
I'm gonna
bad.
let you have
Nah,
that
my
one.
bad, my bad. But after these games, we will always just have like just little jam sessions and stuff like that. He'll always play his albums and stuff like that. So I've been influenced by Al Green, Aretha Franklin, Temptations,
Oh, okay. Old soul.
OJ's, Isley Brothers. But
Okay.
then, that transferred to hip hop. Also Michael Jackson too, but that also transferred to hip hop, to which I was influenced by Jay-Z, Scarface, Andre 3000, Nas,
Mm,
all the classics. So
yeah. Okay. I
yeah,
like all of them.
yeah,
Yeah. Classics,
yeah,
like you said.
all the classics.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have a team? Or are you trying to break into the industry on your own?
Um, well, so definitely I'm creating a team. I have a team of producers that I've been working with since I've been starting music. Um, all these producers, I've got about a team of 12 producers. All of these
Oh,
dudes are,
wow.
yeah, like my friends. So um, it's easy to create with them. So I always felt like I wanted to build my sound first, in which I got with my producers first. But then I also had to understand, in order to make the music move, you got to have a team. You got to have somebody who's good with marketing.
Oh,
You
facts.
got to have somebody that's good with social media. You got to have somebody that's good with merch. You got to have somebody that's good with video, cinematography and stuff like that. So I'm in the midst of building that right now, and it's just, it takes time because you got to, learn how to put trust in certain people.
Trust.
Yeah,
Facts.
to and have them see the same vision that you see, so we can all move in one accord. Because it's always one team. I'm just the face, but we all just but one team. So
I like that. So
yeah,
you get up, we
yeah.
all get up.
Yeah, we
I
all
like
get up.
that. We
Yeah,
eat.
yeah,
We
we
all
all
eat.
eat, and
I,
everybody has a role, and just as long as you have a team that understands their role, that's how you move forward in this industry. So,
okay.
mhm.
So what does the music industry support in the DMV look like in your lens?
um, what does it look like? Support is free. I always say that. Support is free. It's nothing to say your music is good, you're dope. You know, I like what you do. Um, support is well in the music industry. It's about numbers. Um, it's about numbers when it comes to views. It's free to watch somebody's stuff. You know, they can watch this interview for free. You support them. You know what I mean? It's easy. It's free to listen to somebody's music on all these streaming platforms that we have available. It's easy to watch somebody's video. All that is support. It's easy to come to somebody's show. Um, a lot of times, when people put a price on certain things, that tends to shun people away sometimes. But I'm like, I mean, the things we got on right now, we supporting somebody right now.
A brand.
Yeah, we supporting a
Facts.
brand. And
Facts.
so, real support comes from people who want to see you win, um, and they'll do anything as far as fundraisers, buying merch, um, coming to the shows, just even advertising on behalf of you. When I'm not even there. So support comes in all different facets of the game. So DMV, I feel like we're on a good trajectory of that. It's a lot of artists in this area,
It is.
and so I just feel like we just need to. I don't like that crab in a barrel mentality. I don't feel like that because a lot of the people who I meet they support, and so
Okay.
it's just about your perspective and how you see it, and you just got to learn how to navigate. You got to understand everybody ain't gonna like your stuff. You
Right.
just got to focus on the people who do like
Right. And move on.
it and move on.
And move on.
Yeah,
Do you have any advice for any upcoming rappers that you wanna?
yeah. What we just talked about. Have your team. Have a plan. Um, a lot of times, I think people jump into this industry in this field just wanting to be famous or just wanting the glitz and glamour, but not understanding the behind the scenes of everything. So understanding that you can't move alone in this industry. You gotta have a team. You gotta have somebody who can take care of booking your shows. You gotta have somebody who's a good engineer so you sound good. You gotta have somebody who's a good a videographer so you look good. You gotta have somebody who somebody who's good with fashion. They can help you look good with your
Mm.
style. You gotta have a team of people who can help navigate your vision and help your vision. And by them helping your vision, you're helping their vision as well. So I think everybody should just have a solid team. And it doesn't take a lot of people. All you need is about a good 4 to 5 people. And y'all just have to have the same type of hunger. Um, Everybody has to be on the same accord. And I think once you do that, once you have that, everything will be easier for you to move that way. You can just create.
Okay.
Hmm
What projects that you've done and you feel as though you're most proud of?
I would say my latest project right now on Spotify
Mm.
called Reviews. Um, it's a it's called an EP, but it's basically an album, all original music, produced by my homie, my producer Sinitas Tempo. He's also here from the DMV, so he's a dope like hip hop jazz musician. So um, we created something that was maybe about 3 4 years ago, but it's been living on Spotify. It's been living on all DSPs for a long time, but I get a lot of good receptance every time I go out and perform those songs, and a lot of people,
Facts.
they take to it. They come up and they tell me how it makes them feel, and that makes me feel away. That's pretty much why I do music because I always feel like it's somebody out there that feels like me, and that's kind of like how I approach music. I approach music from a personal standpoint with the hopes of it's somebody out there that's just like me. So
Okay.
my last project reviews, y'all go get that now. So
Reviews. Okay.
yeah.
So, Don Anthony, what do you do in your spare time when you're not producing or you're not doing the music scene or whatever? What does a day in Don Anthony's shoes looks like?
Um, that can be anything from just going to a good brunch.
Oh,
I
brunch.
love I love the football games. I love going to football games. Love going to sporting events. Um, I mean, I love music, so I love going to concerts. I love going to the Go Go's.
Shout
Yeah,
out. Go, go.
yeah. So I love to just be around my loved ones and just having a good time, even if it's just staying in the house and us just playing games and
Okay.
just doing stuff like that. I like to go fishing and all type of stuff like that. So just wherever the wind blows, you know what I'm saying? I'm always, kind of with it.
Okay, so you well rounded.
Yeah,
All
well,
right, I like
for
that.
real.
What do you enjoy the most about being an artist?
The freedom, um, the freedom of creativity, the freedom of me starting from like basically creating nothing into something. Um, and like I said, just me being creative. I've been a creative my whole life as far as drawing, and just just being able to create music, being able to look at certain things. I love going to museums and stuff like that too. That's another thing that I love to
Too.
do.
Me
But
too.
I just love the full creative aspect of being an artist. And when you're an artist, you can be free. Nobody can tell you, you know, how you should create. And that's another pointer that I want to give to up and coming artists. Don't let nobody tell you how to create your own, your own. Like it's your personality, it's your life, and only you can tell it better than anybody.
Your story.
Yeah, it's your story,
Right.
and so I love the freedom of being able to express myself. So that's just the best part of artistry, and I can take it anywhere I feel.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Don Anthony. So
Mm-hmm.
if you could work with anyone of your choice, who would it be and why?
Hmm. Uh, well, first of all, this lady I got on my shirt, Miss
Hey,
Badu. That's
yes.
my favorite. She my favorite artist.
Mm.
Yeah, like I said, just her creativity and just everything that she brings to the table. I've been a fan of her since I was 7 years old. So she's always been a staple, when it comes to my musical experience. Um, when it comes to rap, all my top 10 favorite rappers I want to work with. That's from
Okay.
Jay Z, Scarface, Nas, Andre 3000,
Mm.
Kendrick Lamar. Um,
Ooh, Kendrick, yes.
yeah, Mos Def, you know, Lil Wayne, Kanye. Uh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All
So
right, Mr. West.
nah, yeah. Not the old Kanye, not
Okay.
the new, but the
Okay.
old,
The old Mr. West. Got it.
the old. But yeah, and then just even alternative artists that my mom has put me on, like Sade. I definitely want to do something with Sade if I could,
Ooh,
and Miss
yes.
Jill Scott. Yeah,
Okay.
I want to work with a lot of neo soul artists. So,
And why is that the neo soul artist?
um, I just feel like neo soul is just it's a. I judge music based off feeling how it makes me feel,
Okay.
and I always felt like the neo soul artists, from the Roots to D'Angelo to Erica Badu to just even the Lauryn Hills, the Tribe Called Quest, like all those type of people, like they influenced me, and like I always had that sound just stuck in my head to where that was just my sound. I always wanted to just go with that sound anytime I created music. So a lot of my music is based in neo soul. So
Okay. Okay. All right.
mhm.
Tell us about anything you have upcoming, Don Anthony. You have anything upcoming?
Yeah. So I'm just wrapping up. I'm wrapping up the album I've been working on for a couple years. Just putting the final touches on it. I'm in the midst of planning 2 listening sessions. I want to have a listening session in the studio. Um, for my people who help work on the project, and then for just some of my musical friends who I trust their opinion, I trust their ear, just to give some type of critique or feedback. And then I also, want to throw a listening session like a party, a lounge, a vibe,
Oh.
um,
Ooh.
just for people who just want to show up and just have a good time. Have a couple drinks and
Oh.
just vibe and listen to the project and just enjoy the experience for the first time. So
So make sure we get an invitation.
yeah,
Talks with
I
Top
got the
Notch has to be in the building.
top notches
Terry
in the building.
and my team needs to be in the building. So don't forget about us,
No,
okay?
I won't. I
All right, all
promise
right,
I
cool,
won't.
cool, cool.
I promise.
Tell the listening audience how we can support you.
Um, Everything Don Anthony 301. Um, Everything starts from the Instagram, and everything is basically outsourced from the Instagram. You can find my Facebook. You can find my Spotify, my Apple Music, my iTunes. You can find my Google Music. You can find my YouTube Music. You can find my YouTube. You can find everything. I'm also, like I stated, I'm working on a website as well. So a website is under construction, in which it'll be a one-stop shop, in which everybody can just click on this one link, and you can, find everything that I've done. You can find my upcoming shows. Um, you can find, my EPK that'll at least tell you a little bit about myself, and just everything that I got coming. So.
Okay. Listen, listener,
Hmm.
audience, and viewers. I heard Don Anthony rap. What I'm going to tell you and leave you with, get at him, follow, and make sure you see him when he perform. He
Hmm.
spits fire on the mic. This is
Facts.
your girl, Top Notch Fowler, and we're out with Don Anthony. Get at him. Peace.
Peace.
Hey,